Chinese operated garage was actually locked down by the Ministry of Labour, and to many Jamaicans that feel like a really bad move. And the reason for this is it seems like every time the little man get a break, the government always seem to do something. And for the first time in a mighty long time, Jamaicans get a break from local auto mechanics and bodyman. They're actually getting cheaper prices for car repairs. And while the waiting time might be long, most Jamaicans feel as though their vehicle will be repaired properly without them getting ripped off. And boom, the government step in. And to many Jamaicans, it feels like the government deliberately like to mash up things that poor people benefit from. But the real question is, why did the government shut down the Chinese operated garage? Can we really trust the government to believe that whatever reason they give is justified? Or maybe it's that some big businessman or company trying to stop the Chinese. Well, according to reports, the garage was being run without proper work permits. And what this simply means is that the Chinese workers most likely were working without the government's permission. Now in Jamaica, just like any other foreign country, foreigners who comes to work here needs a work permit. That's just the law. Just like our Jamaica needs permission to work legally in USA or Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, Cayman Island, anywhere across the world. Same way it works here. And a work permit is like a permission slip from the government. It shows that the people are actually allowed to do certain job in the country. And if you don't have that, you're working illegally. Now for many persons, you go to America and they say you're getting paid under the table. It simply means that you don't have the legal documents. So what those employers do is that they pay your way list, and they would have to pay an American citizen or a green card holder who have permission to work in the country. So in a sense, it's exploitation. So make we talk some sense and go a little bit further into this matter here. So what could be the reason why the Jamaican government insists that the Chinese then get a work permit? For most governments, this is how they control who gets work in the country, and in this case in Jamaica, and under what terms. And it's how they protect Jamaican jobs and make sure that foreign workers don't come in and just do things illegally or cheaper in a way that can hurt local business. Now think about it. If a foreign company can come in, get around the system, pay workers low wages, and then they don't pay any taxes, you know that local garages won't be able to complete. But for many Jamaicans, who cares? You know, they have been robbing you, the public, for a mighty long time now. But it have a matter, it still matter. Is it just bad mind, or is it really about the government trying to maintain balance and fairness? Now let me put it this way. Imagine if you, as a Jamaican, wanted to open a garage in China or United States. You definitely have to go through some paperwork, get permission, follow the country's rules. And if you don't, they're going to shut you down quick and fast. Now we can't allow the same kind of lawlessness in Jamaica, so guess what? The government have a responsibility to put measures in place. We understand sometimes when we cry out bad mind, it just comes from a place of frustration. Especially when people feel like the system's always working against them, pulling them down as a small man. Now here my Jamaicans, here's what we need to understand about business. Nobody not get up and own business because they love the people, because they love them customers. Every business open to make money. And businesses will always try to find ways in which they can maximize them profit, and if possible, kill them competition. So what that means, if a man can pay cheaper wages, find ways to get them parts cheaper, even sometimes when most business start out, then discount them price. They don't necessarily make no profit immediately. But that is a way to get the people them, to pull the crowd, right? So if the government just allow these people to do what they want to, free for all they're going to do, pull the crowd, kill the competition, kill the other garage, the mechanic them around them. And as soon as they get rid of the competition, then they can raise prices. No, I am not saying that this is what would have happened or this is what's going to happen. I'm just explaining to you, highlighting to you how businesses operate on a whole. Businesses are not easy, so you have to strategize, you have to use your brain, you have to figure out how to pull the crowd and how to make money. So with all that's going on, just bear that in mind. And I love them, love you. Just me people. And I love them, love Jamaicans more than anybody else. Business is business, and business is just to make money. So again, before you get upset and start burn out the government and cuss out the government, Just bear that in mind. If your family or friend own a garage and anybody, any foreigner come next door to them and use unfair practice and shut them down, then you know say, and not just the garage owner a lose, but the workers them lose income as well. So just bear that in mind. So yes, it's possible that the government might be acting to protect laws, but again, do you really care? As long as your vehicle are being properly repaired at a reduced cost, that's all that matters, not true? After all, government don't really care about the small man. So since the garage has been closed down, I don't think it's a permanent closure. Usually it's not a permanent closure, right? The government usually send in their people, they investigate. If they find the garage in violation, then they'll give the garage an opportunity to fix the problem, right? So basically what they are saying is that you have to follow the procedures and make sure that all of the workers have the proper work permit to work in Jamaica. Because, and not just us Jamaicans alone, you know, the Chinese workers, if they don't have the papers, they're not gonna get their proper pay, because almost like a blackmail thing, they hold that over them head, knowing that they don't have legal papers. So chances are some of the cheap price we get is due to the fact that the workers are not being properly paid. I don't know, I have not checked, but usually in most cases that is what happens. So really and truly at the end of the day, it's not about race or politics. It's about law, fairness and national development. Now Jamaicans, you have to remember, I only see one complain that the government always has sell out the country to foreigners. So you really and truly have to pick a side and decide where you stand. We have to push for a system where everybody, whether Jamaican or foreign, play by the rules. Because that's the only way that we can build a country that works for all of us. So let me know what you think. Is it that the government looking out for Jamaican people and for the Chinese workers to make sure that they get the benefits that they're supposed to get? Or is something else at play? Some big man step in and pressure them to make sure say, yo, them are going to have food, so you have to do something. Let's continue to talk. So thanks for tuning into Talk Sense. If you found this helpful, informational, thought-provoking, then like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let's continue to raise and build a better Jamaica together.